And we always start as often as we can when we gather online to start with gratitude. One of the most important things for us to do, especially those of us who live, uh, technological lives embedded in the industrialized world, is that we need to remember to be grateful for these basic, simple ways in which nature is supporting us. Nature is providing us with the air we need to breathe, water to drink, the climate in which we can grow crops. There is so much in the more than human world that is already cooperating with us, helping us out. And we can be really grateful that we have all of these natural allies, all of the photosynthesizers taking in carbon as much as they can, releasing oxygen, feeding animals, feeding us. We can also be grateful for all of that natural beauty that's out in the world. The sight of ocean waves, clouds, the blessing of gentle rains. So crucial here in California as we're moving into the rainy season after the season of fires. At least here in the Santa Cruz Mountains, our first couple of rains have been very gentle, and that helps a lot. That helps the soil to recover and be more ready for the rains that are coming. So we are grateful for that. We are grateful for all of the plants spreading roots and holding on to the soil. All of the new seeds emerging after the fires. Grateful for all of the animals spreading seeds as they fly or scamper past. And just again, the ways that the beauty of a bird in flight touches our lives. So I invite you now to just bask for a moment in that gratitude, knowing that the earth is offering you so much. Allows us to be open to that possibility, that strong possibility that the earth genuinely loves us. It loves humans as a species. It loves each and every one of us, just as it loves the maple trees and the ravens and the earthworms and the mushrooms. So as we ground ourselves, as we settle into our bodies, we can feel that loving embrace. So now I would like to take us into a little bit about the moon. We do these meditations at the moon phases because in part they're a recognition of this beauty and wonder of our ever-changing views of the moon as the relationship between the moon and the sun and the earth shift through the month, and we get to see these different beautiful shapes and phases of illumination from the moon. And the other important thing about it is this is really a global phenomenon. Everyone, everywhere on earth, when they look into the sky, the moon that they will see is a waxing moon, moving toward ever greater fullness. We're just about to the first quarter moon where things are evenly split between light and dark. So in Nova Sutras, we celebrate these two key concepts, Agaya and Ubuntu. Agaya is our recognition of this loving beauty in nature. And Ubuntu is our recognition of our interbeing, our deep interdependence. And we began many of our gatherings with this practice of calling the corners. And rather than specifically inviting in, although we do invite in all of that love and generosity that nature has to offer, but we also send out our wishes for well-being, that all beings abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. So I will begin in the south and go around and then radiate outward. May all beings to the south abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings to the west abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings to the north abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings to the east abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings above abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all beings below abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May each one of us abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings near each of us abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings in each of our watersheds abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings in our bioregions abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings on our land masses, the island or continent where we live, abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. May all the beings in the world's great oceans abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. And may all beings belonging to Earth's beautiful, beneficent, and bountiful biosphere abide in Agaya and Ubuntu. Now settle into that embrace of the earth a little bit more. Let your eyes close if they haven't already. Feel that heavy presence of the earth embracing you, pulling you toward her. And think for a time about the beauty of the ever-changing moon as it moves through our sky, with the light increasing day by day for the coming week, closer and closer to fullness, moving from dark to light. This waxing moon invites us to think about what's on the way in for us. What's starting to emerge that we'd like to see grow and flourish and thrive in the future? So just focus for a time on those things that you would like to be waxing in your own life. The goodness that you would like to grow. And as we move toward this point where the moon will be perfectly half in light and half in shadow from our perspective, think about that balance of light and dark. And I invite you to think about the things that help you to remain in balance. What keeps you steady and open? What are the ways that you might move and shift parts of your life to be better in balance in this dynamic and ever-changing world? I invite you now to take that perspective of how the earth looks to the moon, half in light, half in shadow. This reflection of balance, of contrast. As the moon waxes for us, the earth wanes for the moon. And yet, as earthlings, we are all experiencing this. We're all part of a unified whole. We dwell on the earth, and yet we are part of an earth-moon dynamic system where some things are brightening and on their way in. Some things are dimming and on their way out. And here we are together on our beautiful, fragile little home world in this ever-changing dance, this incredibly dynamic place that we live, moving between day and night, moving between seasons. Every breath in and out, a reflection of this dynamic exchange, this constant shifting, transforming with every breath. And we recognize that Agaya and Ubuntu are really all about this dynamic interplay, this interaction, exchanges, reciprocity. And that great transcendent love that expresses itself in the beauty of the living world, that we try to encapsulate with this term Agaya, is all about change. Changes in seconds, cellular changes at timescales so small we can barely fathom them. And changes over the grand sweep of evolution, hundreds of thousands and millions of years, 3.8 billion years of life on Earth, dancing in ever-grading dynamism and complexity. I invite you to envision the whole Earth, this amazing, loving dance of co-creation, and offer Agaya and Ubuntu to every being participating in this great dance. To all the beings who danced before, to all the beings who will dance long after us. Sending loving kindness, sending gratitude, sending joy and wonder, sending Ubuntu and Agaya to all beings. And let yourself feel that being reciprocated, moving in and out through you, moving between you and the ground beneath you. And feel that loving embrace of our Earth Mother, holding and supporting us. Feel the weight of your body settling into the earth. Feel the breath moving in and out of you, helping you to rise and grow, energizing you, starting at your core, pulsing out into your neck and shoulders, down into your belly and hips, out into your arms and legs, out into your hands and feet, out into your fingers and toes. And let that energy start to move your fingers and toes, your hands and feet. your arms and legs, your shoulders and hips and neck. Moving your torso back and forth, side to side. And then very gently bringing your focus to the present. Very softly and with great compassion, opening your eyes, finding something beautiful to rest on. Thank you for taking this moment to meditate with us through the waxing of the moon. If you've appreciated this meditation, please invite other friends to join an upcoming Nova Sutras event. We have our discussions in difficult times every Monday and Thursday, with the possible exception of this coming Thursday. It's Thanksgiving. But almost every Monday and Thursday at 11:30 Pacific time. We're going to have a focusing practice town hall, or town meeting, a chance to talk about focusing practice. Very much welcome to experienced practitioners and practitioners potential practitioners who might be interested. And that's coming up on Tuesday, the 24th at 11:30. Wednesday, the 25th at 3 p.m. Pacific time, we have our catharsis and celebration conversation. So this is a way of just processing all of these intense emotions that are coming up for us in this time of dynamic change. We'll do our full moon meditation at the same time next Friday. So Friday the 27th at 3:45 Pacific time. On Tuesday, December 1st, we'll talk more about focusing practice with a discussion around the relationship between focusing practice and the sacred, or focusing practice and spirituality. So more information will be coming out about that soon. And of course, we have our octal meditations. The next one coming up is on the solstice. The solstice is actually December 21st, but that's 2 a.m. local time, so we'll celebrate it 12 hours ahead on Sunday, December 20th at 1:30 Pacific time. And that will include a guided meditation, but also some other celebratory rituals and some time for conversation. You can support our work through Patreon, or we take one-time donations via PayPal. But you can also support us by getting involved and becoming a Nova Sutras uplifter, one of our volunteers if you like. We have a website with lots of information. You can subscribe to our newsletter that comes out about a week before each octal meditation, 8 times a year there. You can find our guided meditation recordings on the website. Also on audio on Insight Timer for free. That's a free app for meditation. And we have the usual social media connections. Look for us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, in addition to our YouTube channel. So again, thank you so much. Do get out there and enjoy the beauty of the full moon. Of the waxing moon, moving toward full. And wherever you are in the world, when you go out tonight at sunset, the moon will be close to directly overhead, a little bit depending again on where you are in the world, and even more so I think tomorrow. It will be closer to this precise midway point that we call the first quarter. And then we'll be a little bit farther to the east every day until it rises as the sun sets on the full moon next weekend. So please enjoy watching that beautiful sky show that's offered to us, another expression of Agaya. And may your days be filled with Ubuntu and Agaya.